I quit watercolor painting after my first messy attempt. Biggest mistake ever. And here's why. When I first tried watercolor painting as an adult, my colors bled everywhere, my brush strokes looked like a toddler's scribbles, and I thought, real artists don't mess up like this. So I packed it all away and told myself watercolor painting just isn't my thing. Sound familiar? I can't tell you how many hobbies I've started with Pinterest-level enthusiasm, only to realize my version didn't quite capture the vision in my head. Here's what I discovered when I finally gave watercolor painting another chance. I was completely missing the point about creativity. Hi, I'm Mary Beth. Welcome back to Peace in Progress, where we're learning to embrace our authentic selves for a life filled with more peace and contentment. When we were kids, we painted without worrying if it was gallery worthy. We built blanket forts that collapsed. We sang off-key at the top of our lungs. We didn't call it failure, we called it fun. Somewhere along the way, though, we learned to measure everything by how well we did it. And that need to be perfect can quietly drain the joy right out of us. When I finally returned to watercolor painting, I was still so tense and nervous that I was going to mess up. My brush strokes were stiff. I'd panic when the colors ran together. But then I remembered Bob Ross saying, "We don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents." So I tried to take that to heart, even if my happy little accidents looked more like puddles of mud than serene mountain lakes. That's when I tried something radical. I gave myself permission to make terrible art. No rules, no pressure, just play. And you know what happened? It became fun again, even when, or especially when, it looked awful. I can't help but laugh sometimes at how bad my paintings turn out. Here's what I learned. When we stop needing to be perfect, we finally get better. Not just at the skill itself, but at being ourselves. The goal isn't mastery. It's connection with your curiosity, your creativity, your peace of mind. If this resonates with you and you want more content about embracing imperfection and authentic living, hit that subscribe button. This video is part of a series called The Art of Becoming, a creative journey of self-discovery. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to create something delightfully imperfect. Whip up a new recipe and see what happens. Maybe it's delicious. Maybe it's a learning experience. Write a poem that no one else will read. Let the words flow onto the paper, even if they're silly, just to make the line rhyme. Sculpt something so bad it would make a kindergartner embarrassed to give it to their mom. Then laugh about it, squish it up, reshape it, and try again. It's not about talent or creating something amazing. It's about curiosity and letting your mind wander and explore. Because the magic isn't in the result. It's in the courage to begin and the process of doing it. You might be thinking, that all sounds nice, but who has time to paint or sculpt every day? And here's the thing, you don't need hours or even fancy supplies. You just need a few mindful minutes of creative play. Keep it simple. Maybe you doodle with a pen while you're on a phone call. Or you keep a tiny watercolor kit in your kitchen and paint for 5 minutes while you're waiting for the water to boil. You could even turn everyday moments into something creative. Arrange your dinner ingredients by color, or take a photo of the way the sunlight hits your window. When you create something small and just for you, you remind yourself that joy doesn't need to be productive. It can just be. So next time you feel a little stressed, try this. Pause, Pick something, anything, that lets your hands move and your mind rest. Because creativity isn't about the finished piece. It's about the peace you find in the process. To practice any art, no matter how well or badly, is a way to make your soul grow. Maybe it's not about being good at everything. Maybe it's about being good to yourself while you try. I'd love to hear from you. What's something you've been afraid to start because you thought you wouldn't be good at it? Drop it in the comments. And maybe we'll all try something new together. If this video spoke to you, give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Until then, give yourself permission to play.